Alright. We should be live. I do see that, well, current queue, dark blue diamonds and all that are in-game, but not actually in the queue. I'll quickly just check that the stream is working. Seems to be working just fine. I can hear audio coming out of the microphone. And indeed, okay, game audio is working as well. Although that is the, like, not real game audio. Right. Current queue. Smart Life, Dark Blue Diamond, Scale. That means the first one has started. And that means that I will have to close that. Get this one. Turn that one off. And take a look at where is that battle going. Fight Club. Over here. Come on, Smart Life, where are you? It's already starting off great, it seems. Alright. Leave. Okay. Well, where is Schmuel? Starting off on the wrong foot already. It broke already indeed. Okay, so a couple of technical difficulties. Fresh Blue, my Mach 56 is about to just, well, restart it, I guess. We'll give them a couple of minutes. If they can't get it online, I guess we will just have to be casting a couple of other matches. By the way, don't expect this stream to be all that, well, all that high energy. I've already cast quite a couple of matches earlier today. Yeah, delete that one, that's fine. And actually, what I did not check though is, does the chat work? Test? Does chat? Yeah, okay, good. Chat does indeed chat. That is good. So, that one is typing. Schmadler tried to join queue while the bot was now running, so I tried to add him to the queue. Oh no, oh no. Don't be manually adding people to the queue. Alright, well, HJK, yeah, facts. Okay, seems like that we are once again online though. Let's take a look. Do we want Changus and Skull, or do we want HJK, facts and Churi? I guess Changus it is. Has already started, so let's join them. Alright, yeah. That is indeed my own video, my own stream that I can technically watch. Technical difficulties. Oh, not that one. The main menu music is the one I want. There we go. Alright, game audio is also going. And the bars are flickering. We've got a 1 versus 1 between in the blue Skell, of course, Glaive Spammer Skell. With an engineer commander. With sling blueprint, so is great against enemy commanders and like stingers and all that. Versus in the red, someone I haven't seen today. It's Changus in the red. Engineer commander for them as well, but spiders. And a recluse blueprint. So pretty standard all around. Spider doesn't really have, well, I personally do like to have a Widow as my blueprint. Just in a commander v commander. Just frontline Widow, and then you can just stun the enemy commander. Always nice to do that. Time bumping with the bot breaks. I'm going to have breakfast. Okay, that's fine. Operedo Weaver is... it is in view of the glaive. It is indeed. You need to run up the hill. Alright, you will. Not, kind of, maybe. Sorta. You're getting stunned by the venom anyway, so it's not really going to matter. Alright. Skell only having taken down 1 flea. Surprised that they went for double flea only. That's not that many. On a map we haven't seen in a while. Frostburn. It's a bit of a weird map. You've got some quite high hills, especially very steep hills. And these side maxes are really important as well. 5.0 metal each. Thing is, Changu's not going for them. Not even with their Weaver. Not prioritizing it over the middle max. Whereas over here, Skell, seemingly knowing the map a little bit better maybe, is going there. What's up? Hello, that's Subtal. Will you be playing as well? And over here, Widow, or like Venom, being cleaned up. Alright. So, for now, Chungus with the better eco. But that will definitely change once this max is up. Are you also going to overdrive it? Not right away. Although that would definitely work, especially because you're already struggling with your energy. And probably not, alright. On the sides, single glaive, just going to run around. Couple of Venoms that could be moving forwards though. Lotus not actually built. Haha. Pretty much just an end frame, meaning that the metal extractor will in fact go down. And Chudi. Oh yeah, Chudi wasn't actually playing, they were spectating the other match. That's right. Over here, a little bit of overdrive on those maxes. 0.3 wind floor though, so not exactly great. And is actually going for a little bit of overdrive over here. Which is definitely very nice. Scale still not going for that. Makes me wonder, does Skell realize that these are big maxes? Because I feel like having such a big max overdriven even just a little bit is going to be worth it. Oh well. Chungus just in general more heavily on the overdrive, I guess. Already at 55 energy. Because of the high wind. Hey, why does the... oh well, doesn't matter. Over here, single load is up for now. Second one is coming up, but will be destroyed before it does so. Maybe? No, just barely does go up. But still, Weaver will have to retreat. Will have to retreat. That means move that way. Come on. Oh, right. Oops. I should watch out. This is live. Not really used to that. Yeah. So, Skell already cleaning up Big Max from Chungus. And what does Chungus do in response? Well, just still with a couple of Venoms. Is now going into Recluse. How many Recluse? Just one? No, Recluse Venom even numbers, alright. And the Engineer just going to be building that large max. On the other side, Chungus also doing that with their commander. And once again, getting a bit of overdrive on it. Over here, Venom. Will you get that max? I would hope so, but maybe not. No, just barely not. Too bad, it's so sad. 39 HP only. The other side you have got the max, so that's nice. And then retreat into the mountains where the cloakbots can't get you. Alright. Bit of a weird radar position, I feel. Oh well. Especially because you already have one just a little bit further forwards. I guess you do see this a bit better, but eh. Oh well. Next couple of Venoms moving in. Lotus, 2 Lotus to defend. Really decent number of Lotus. And over here, Commander, under fire by the Recluse. Not really able to catch up. Just level 1. And since, well, Stinger isn't up yet, it should not go up either. Good number of glaze, but hey, Venom is still a riot, so you don't want to run into like 3 or 4 of them. So for now, Recluse, staying alive, will slowly chip away at that commander. Commander on the other side, also having to retreat a little bit, though not really necessary. I mean, it's just, I mean, with these two, sure. He's not that bad. I just feel like it wasn't necessary. Just build the max. Good job, Chungus. And over here, well, Venom 1 gets cleaned up. Still though, it's a decent fight for Chungus anyways. Even with the Venom that getting cleaned up. And of course you do get quite a nice little bit of reclaim. Are you going for it? Yes you are. Good job, Chungus. It's almost as if you're a singularity rank. It's almost as if. Alright. Lotus will be taken down one night, maybe? I mean, if the commander had just been repairing that, then why are you running away? I mean, you can easily take this knight. I mean, it's 500 HP only. And the other one, maybe you can struggle a little bit against it. But who cares? You can get a little bit of support in there. Not really sure why Chang'e ran that far. And for now, Eco! Mana produced way better for Chang'e, even though they haven't really been looking into those side maxes all that much. They've just had a way better foothold in the middle. Yeah, so a little bit more base extraction, and of course they have quite a lot more overdrive. My game looks really smooth. You mean the camera panning? Because yeah, I do have that on maxed out smoothness. Does that make it easy to play? No, it doesn't. But hey, it's all about the beautiful shots. And the other thing is that I have different on units at least, like outline or something off. Yeah, I don't have the outline on. I don't like outline, especially because whenever you take away the UI, it automatically turned off the outline anyways. So then you had like a unit that looked different when you had UI on versus UI off. And I don't like that. So I always just have the outline off. And like OpenGL 4 outline also had like significant performance issues for me. So at that point I definitely just said, okay, goodbye outlines, not going to be using you anymore. Good amount of reclaim still on the field everywhere. 100 more here, 400 there, another 100 in the middle. But also, why are these maxes not being captured? Like really? I don't get it. Stinger by now is also about to go up. And that is already almost taking its first victim. Oh, it does take its first victim. Alright. Skull at 150% attrition. Very nice for them. And a couple of fleas coming in. Lotus might go up in time. And that's the thing actually. You can use your recluse on the hill here. And just shoot that stinger down anyways. And on the right hand side, on the eastern side, Knight and Reaver moving in. Bit of a shame maybe the order in which they move in. Reaver is already gone. Would have been nice to have it the other way around, though they likely would have switched target anyways. So doesn't matter much in the grand scheme of things. And the overdrive for Skull by now is actually better, because look at that, they've got a fusion up. Still though, 5.0 metal, both of them. This is already to like 10 metal per second. And you're not overdriving those at all. Oh, it hurts. Couple of Ronins getting cleaned up. A lot of reclaim still on the field. Is that going to be enough? I mean, metal used, still ahead for Chang'e. Army, or like total value though, very, very even, and has not really been looking all that good. I mean, Chang'e was ahead by a lot, and that has kind of flipped. Or at least equalized. So now, with the better eco for Skull as well, through overdrive, through base eco, well, I do fear for Chang'e. Would like to well, we do have a Phoenix, which is nice against spiders, of course. I was like, well, you could also just consider going Phantom now that you have enough energy. Just snipe a couple of redbacks, a couple of recluse. But of course, fleas are annoying. So especially with this terrain, yeah. Probably best to just switch into Phoenix. A way more certain choice, like almost guaranteed to make cost and just destroy everything. And alright, first Phoenix is out on the field. What's the anti-air looking like? Absolutely nothing, because why would you get up anti-air if you don't need it? There it comes, Phoenix! This one, that's one, that way, yeah, there we go. Not even rising from the ashes, this one. just being built from the factory. And not exactly the best bombing run ever. Not even waiting for the afterburn, so a lot of glaze going down anyways. Skull? Wasn't the best Phoenix ever. Second Phoenix out as well, though it's going home even though it has not actually dropped its payload. And now going forwards. Anything in over there? No home base, no hacksaw in sight. But there are a couple of tarantulas. That's already 1000 damage dealt, and goodbye Phoenix. Expensive loss indeed, 520 value. So yeah, the tarantulas together almost paid for themselves already. Ooh, is YouTube complaining? No, YouTube is not complaining. Alright, that's great. Good. And by now, Skell almost in the base of a Chungus once again. But yeah, Recluse on the hill. Very annoying to deal with. But there they come. First glaive is hitting your caretaker. And I think it's... You know what? It's just a matter of time before Chungus is going to give this up. Unless they already start planning on building a new factory. I mean, is it going to be that bad actually? Not really, right? No. They're still going to lose a bit of production. A lot of build power. But they're probably not going to lose the factory itself. No, it's not going to be that bad. They've still got a good number of units. Tarantulas are not in the best position ever. Are currently... Okay, there we go. I was about to say, are not showing themselves. And another Phoenix going down. Nice little barrel roll from the Phoenix. And goodbye. May you rise again. But you do not have a commander that is able to resurrect it, and I don't expect you to go for Athena either. On the eastern side, Big Macs being destroyed, that's going to hurt Chungus' eco a lot. Yeah, this also kinda hurts the eco a little bit, not much though. Especially not because they currently struggle for energy. Because of all of that additional reclaim. And there is a lot of it. And hey, Phantom! Fancy seeing you here. Odin is almost up, there it is. And you know what? What is this entire, like, insane range on the Odin? You've got like the bomb, the shield, and then what's that range? I do not know, and I can't find it either. I have no idea what that range is about. Maybe it's just a bug, oh well, who cares? I have no idea what that's from. Anyways, factory, it's time to say goodbye to you. If not to the Odin, then it would be to the Knights. Because by now there aren't really any units in the home base to defend, but yeah, Odin is going to take it. Is the Odin going down? 2500 HP? I don't think so. Though it is flying right over enemy defenses. Stinger is not shooting at it. Had it done so, it would have gone down. At least likely would have. And a triple knight, a total of like 700 HP. But yeah, cleaning up more Weaver, cleaning up more Maxes. And they are soon to go down. There. Oh. Dodging knight. Only hit once. But now it is good night. Alright. Still. Do we really think that Chungus is going to win this? I'm not a believer. I am simply not. Recluse, somehow. Very far forwards. Doesn't really have any reason to be there. Any right to be there either. And a couple of Phantoms from Skull are slowly but surely chipping away at the Recluse. 280 cost each. Haven't really paid for themselves yet, but I mean, in the attrition they are very nice. Especially because you don't have a an enemy that really has a good AoE weapon. You don't have a Firewalker against you, something like that, no Phoenix. So yeah, the uncovering the Phantoms only going to happen through fleas, and currently there are none. And of course, with fleas you can just use your own glaives. Metal produced, in the end, was better for scale, but yeah, mostly just the value killed. Because of that, halfway through, scale all of a sudden started to outnumber. Alright. That was the first Fight Club. Do we have any other Fight Clubs currently live? No, we just have Jill's personal battle. And we've got Churi and HJ here. Let's go for that. On a bit of a, well, not my favorite map, but oh well. Alright, so, how is it going? For some reason my, like, OBS stream channel thing doesn't really show everything completely correct. But oh well. Alright, so there we go. In game now, mute spectators. Of course, mute lobby, reclaimable allies. Minimum game speed, maximum game speed, nothing special. Alright. Watched a great 1v1 from HJ Kia earlier today though. Is going to go live at some point in the future. Going to be a while though, because I still have quite a couple of matches recorded. A match from like 2 months ago, I believe. Where they went Paladin in a 1v1. On... something. No, not Fallen. Yeah, well, yeah, Fallendale. Alright, starting in 3, 2, 1, 0. It is a 1 versus 1 between in the blue with spiders and a jump bot commander. It's HJ Kia. This is in the red, of course. Who could have seen it coming? Shield bots for Churi. With the strike commander, no Polish warrior for you? What is this? I guess they're going for a bland old strike commander today. And of course, their, well, signature shield bots is spiders. I can call a GG. Of course, spiders, because hail. At least you killed all 3 of their fleas already. They're not going to have any good scouting on you. They're not going to harass the back of your base. That's definitely very nice for you. Don't you get... No, you get airplanes on this map in the campaign because this is the Phoenix mission. Yeah. I'm not sure if you also have a spider factory. I don't think so. I believe you only have airplanes. But oh well. First Venom is out for HJ Kia. First couple of bandits are out for Churi. Are going to send the rest of them forwards as well. And heavy greed here from Churi though. Triple convict. Pretty much to start, like 4 bandits and then triple convict. Super greedy. I mean, it's not an insanely high eco map or something like that. Not sending the commander forwards either, just idling it. I mean, not repairing the bandits is going to now. Not reclaiming. Yeah, I don't really get it. Why you need 3 convicts this early? You've currently got a total of like 5 maxes constructed. No, 4 even, because this one... yeah, 4. 4 maxes... I'm blind. 5 maxes constructed. 6th one is going up. And you're already on triple convict plus commander? And the factory. Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah, that's 35... 35 build power. Total. Not really a fan. The only reason why you might want to go convict or more convicts is just because of their shield. You can hide bandits inside of the shield. Of course, makes the venom waste a couple of, well, yeah, a couple of shots. Just to get through the shield before they can finally hit your bandit. That is nice about Convict. And it is not excessively expensive, only 120 cost. So it does provide a little bit of additional value, even on top of just the build power. Commander, moving forward, not really rushing, but still moving forwards. Picket is going up, but oh, it is being hit, but not really sniped by the venom. There it is, Picket is now up. No build power there from HJ Kia, so they're not going to be repairing it at all. And on the other side, once again, Flea going to try and harass a little bit. But well, with the bandits protecting the convicts, it's unlikely to do anything. Except maybe disrupt the overdrive grid a little bit. Just because it shuts down the solar panel. But other than that, I don't really see it doing anything. Echikia going for a little bit of very nice wind. 1.0 wind floor each, though they're not actually going for it. They're going for the maxes. Alright. Maybe they decide to do that because the wind is currently only at 13%. Though I don't really know. Doesn't make that much sense. I mean, yeah, 13% right now. In 20 seconds it's going to go up once again. And even at 13% wind only, it's still good wind up there. I mean, with a 1.0 wind floor each, it's never going to be bad wind. Alright, first couple of rogues are also now out for Judy, not going into a shield ball immediately. And I mean, that does make sense. Recluse outranges Felon by quite a bit. It is inaccurate, but against shield ball that doesn't really matter, because they are such large targets. So yeah, keeping the shield ball drained through Recluse is not that difficult. So it makes sense that Judy is currently just going for rogues. High accuracy rockets, not homing, and are decently fast, right? They turn quite quickly, so they're able to dodge the rockets from the Recluse quite easily. Rogue rocket is slow, very slow, but because the spiders are also slow, it is still not that easy for the spiders to dodge. But now though, HJK is economy, because of those additional maxes, like in these pockets. With the commander building more maxes. And well, Judy being a little bit idle, I want to say. Okay. Is Judy going all in on that commander? I mean, 4-5 convicts moving forward to defend it. I mean, we do see a Felon in the background as well. It might not be the Polish warrior, but it is already a level 2. Might very well be upgraded in the future. And there it is. M-bot switch for the lobster is able to close in the range on those recluse. So all of a sudden, yeah, you can stay out of the recluse range, not getting your shield drained, then throw them in and destroy all of those squishy little spiders. First couple of convicts. Still just healing up your commander. I mean, it is full HP, so it doesn't do a whole lot. Maybe defend your Felon rather than the commander. But hey, what do I know? Judy is the one who is the expert at shield ball, and especially with a commander. And there you go. All of a sudden, pretty much the entire spider ball cleaned up. Couple more redbacks are still there. But just go back into the shield, blink up, and destroy those last couple of spiders. So yeah, eco for HJK is really good, but 50% attrition only. So yeah, you can be like at 15 additional eco. Doesn't really make up for the loss in attrition. And especially because, yeah, that's a lot of reclaim. That if Judy is able to keep pushing, is all going to Judy. I mean, they already have their convicts close by. They've already got their commander close. So getting all of that reclaim shouldn't be too difficult for them. At the same time, Weaver is repairing the redbacks is also in a position that it can reclaim afterwards. But I don't think it will, because it is already going to be cleaned up by the shield ball. Unless... no, it is not cleaned up, and the redbacks have a lot of DPS. Commander not in the shield itself. But Commander for now staying up. Not with a lot of HP though, only like 800, 900 HP left. Pierce the shield, and there it goes. Oh, such a shame. Doesn't even need the Widow. That's definitely a very big loss for Judy. Still, if they get a significant portion of, or even all of the reclaim, it's not that bad. I mean, 3000 reclaim is worth more than that Commander ever was. But yeah, it's not exactly as if they have already secured that reclaim. You currently don't really have any rogues in here, so dealing with 5 redbacks is not exactly an easy task, and Judy actually just gives it up. So just at the end, it's Shikia with the better value, even though army value was still better for Judy at that point. And you should wait for Outlaw. I mean, that makes sense, especially because Outlaw is slow, but if you can get it in range, that definitely helps. I mean, that's what you have the lobster for. So that was that one. The others, have they been running for a long time? Where are they? Here, 9 minutes, 10 minutes, 3 minutes is already a little bit late, I guess. So let's go for here, a dark blue diamond. I think so. Seems like no one else is currently queuing up. No. Alright. Fight Cup. Mako Sukush 3 is a go. Alright, so stream is still alive, in fact. Wow. I thought YouTube had a way to just tell you like how the stream health is. Excellent connection. Okay. Okay, I guess it is fine then. And then let's take a look at this match now. Shikia, once again. We've already seen them once before. But otherwise we would have to join a match halfway through. Didn't really feel like doing that. And for now everyone is in a match. Okay. So we've got a match between the player who we've already seen just before. Shikia picking up the strat from Judy with the blank level 1 strike commander and a shield bot factory. This is dark blue diamond in their signature red with an engineer commander and a rover factory, just with the standard default scorcher blueprint. So I don't expect them to use it. I don't expect to see that. But hey, rover versus shield. Yeah, rover has a bit of an issue against shield, especially Fencer. Fencer is overrun quite easily by, well, Felon and Thug. I'm not sure if, like, rogue missiles one-shot even. I don't think they do. No, they don't. But it is a 2-shot. Okay. While also being cheaper than Fencer. Indeed. Not by a lot, though. So, first couple of darts not actually scouting, surprisingly enough. And darts, although they are quite nice for their slowdown, have decent DPS, especially for what they are, just a couple of scouts. Going for 6 darts, yeah, I'm not really sure if I like that. I guess if you are able to take advantage of, like, the fact that the bots do slow down on the hills here in the craters, maybe you're able to do something. but you're likely going to be using that Scorcher. I mean, that's where the DPS is at, and don't waste that, please. I mean, it is an expensive raider. 130? Yeah, 130 cost for just one. Fast bandit, so you can hardly keep up with your vehicles. Oh, that's a shame. Already losing one Scorcher for free, effectively. Not what you want to see, and HJK already being like, you know what? I'ma switch into Felon. That's right. I mean, they can do that. They're not being pressured at all. So, yeah. Sure, this fight here, it's great. It's also giving the enemy quite a lot of reclaim. Yeah, like 350 reclaim, so yeah, closes the gap pretty much. Not quite, but mostly. Still, Felon is soon going to be up, but I still do not see any pressure coming in from Dark Blue Diamond. Eco for it, HJK is even a little ahead. And still, bandits being really, really annoying. Only 3 of them have gone down. Once again, couple of darts thrown in. Yeah, you do slow them down, but you don't kill them. For your darts to be effective, they either need support from Scorcher or maybe a Lotus. Even support from a couple of fences could work. On their own, yeah, you really do need a lot of them. So against like 3 bandits, you need like 8 to 10 bandits darts to even consider going in there, I guess. I mean, yeah. 3 versus 3, like equal numbers. That's not really something you want to try. Still, only 200% attrition now. With still more reclaim. But the expansion from HJK, no contest, is a lot better. Currently 30 metal income versus just 20. They have the energy to back it up. And there it comes. 620 cost only. I mean, it's not nearly as expensive as it was before. At least I believe it was like over 700 before. A couple of years ago. But yeah, Felon moving in. For now, it's just a singular Felon. No support in terms of shield. So with 6 fences, you can drain the shield quite quickly. You do outrange. You might not lose all of them. With the bandits though, it's already a fight that you don't want to take as rovers. Just because, well, support, skirm is already countered by the bandits. Maybe not quite in those numbers. But Felon is in range, you have to run away, but you can't shoot when you're running away. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All cleaned up. No more skirmishes for you there. No more fences. Felon, no damage. Just a little bit of shield drain. So we'll relatively quickly get back all of its shield, especially because the thugs are incoming as well. So once again, big loss there for Dark Blue Diamond. They still get most of that reclaim. It just does not counteract, well, the insane map control from HJK, the superior eco from HJK, and the fact that, yeah, you've already lost like 1400 metal in terms of attrition. Couple of rogues, couple of outlaws, at least one outlaw is also coming in. This though, I mean, Felon is slow, gets slowed down quite a lot as well. So maybe there would have been some opportunity there, but by now, no shot. I mean, it has already regrouped with the thugs and the bandits. So yeah, that's once again more units wasted. That's the issue with shields. You need to know for sure that you can destroy them, because if you only just drain the shield, you've effectively just done nothing and you have wasted your own units. Over here, Fencer, once again, struggling a lot against shield. And now shields are going back. But look, 1500 value destroyed by HJK, nothing lost. That's the power of shields. Yep, it is the attrition game. Dark Blue Diamond has somehow managed to sneak a Mason in here though. That's kind of funny. But yeah, even that I don't think is going to, well, change the eco balance. Especially not with the commander now moving in. And that will for sure take that Mason down. Are you? I mean, I do see a couple of caretakers quite far away actually. And just shield pot plate. Okay. Okay, I was like, are you also going for the standard old Emp-bot switch for lobster? But the answer is no, at least not for now. And what am I supposed to do versus this? Yeah, that's the issue. You shouldn't have let it come to this. But Ravager is certainly one option. Ravager is an assault, is able to soak a lot of that shield charge. So as long as you have enough HP, yeah, Felon is still going to be annoying, but it's not outright going to kill everything. Alright, so which battle is next? We've got a Fight Club 6 minutes, Fight Club 1 minute for Thrixie and Skell. Let's go there. It has already started on Frosty Cove, but at least it's not been going for all that long. We have already been going for 40 minutes though. I'm a little surprised about that. I guess a 90-minute Fight Club is not that long. Already halfway through almost. So, waiting for Skell. Presumably they had already started, but I guess they were just in the pre-game. We have seen Skell before, we have not yet seen Thrixie. Skell choosing the engineer. And alright, there we go. We've got a 1 versus 1. Now, Skell. You big old lobix. Okay, same actually, be right back. What are we supposed to do now? Yeah, alright. Yeah, that is a very good question. What are we supposed to do now? I mean, 3 seconds in and they're already pausing. Right. Echikia Chungus? No, we've already seen both of them. And the other matches have all been going for quite some time. Well, actually no. That's actually no, that is the one from Echikia and Chungus. Yes, alright. And the others have been going for quite some time. 8 minutes on that one. Dark Blue Diamond is not currently in a match. 14 minutes. Joe is still not playing, alright. And I'm not going to 1v1 wide. If that's someone in chat, no, I'm not doing it. Okay, back for Thrixie. Is Skell also back? For now, seems like no. What are the plans, though? We can already start to look at that. Skell going for Cloakbots. No Q after that, though, so it's difficult to tell. Versus over here in the red, it's Thrixie. I need to get that out of my memory. My memory? Take it away. Thrixie. Not Thrixie. Thrixie. Engineer commander for them, with a redback as their blueprint. And a spider factory. Alright, because otherwise you wouldn't have that redback. Alright, what is the plan though? Going to have that first flea at least go all the way over here. Is going to be very nice. Spider has the benefit that, well, if you send a weaver up here, it can just run down, no issues. Whereas, in the case of Cloakbots, you would have to run all the way around. And of course, same goes with your commander. If they had chosen Recon, they would have been able to jump down, rather than having to walk around. So, yeah, you going? Okay, good. In terms of like commander pathing, what is Skell going for? Also, same thing. But yeah, we'll, once they have done all of this, we'll have to run all the way back down. On this map, you do have quite a lot of reclaim. Each of these little crystals is rock of 20, but there are like small rocks, big rocks, or no, it's just these clusters are 20 each. Okay. but there are quite a couple of them all around the map. Not just your base, just all around. Sitting a couple of fleas in, well, annoying positions. Personally, I prefer to have them like right on the edge, just because that way it's less likely for them to be uncovered. A bit like this. Although, do you have it far enough? Yes, you do. Okay. This one it's likely just going to be ran into, and if it is not ran into, it will be uncovered when the max is placed. At least for now, you do already have the scouting on the enemy glaive. That's nice. And you've built actually quite a couple of them. 6 only. That's not that many. Anyways, over here, same pathing for the engineer commander from Thrixie, who is also going for a radar on the edge and then having to run all the way around in order to place those maxes. Pretty much the exact same as what Skell is doing, except Skell is also going for a Lotus, which they also kind of need because they're up against spiders, and is also going to be reclaiming, which, well, yeah, Thrixie is not doing. Thrixie is not doing. Alright. First couple of Venoms are out. Night though, ooh, that's an early night. Yeah, I mean, it is effective against Venom. That is true. It outranges, it has good DPS, even though it is an assault, right? It is still like 105 DPS, especially its stun, 327 stun DPS, and like single shot of 720. Not quite enough to one-shot stun a Venom, but at least second shot you do stun them for the full second immediately. Actually, how does that work with the new stun duration thing? Do you then stun it for like 2 seconds? Even if it is like at 90% stun? Oh, we're not going to find out because the Venom is not full HP. So it's just going to get fully stunned anyways. How are they going to deal with the Knight? Are you just going to ignore the Knight? I mean, that works. Up to a certain point. Or are you going to get out an early recluse of your own? For now, you're just going to be ignoring it. Alright. Please will be annoying. We'll, well, relocate a little bit. That's fine. And doesn't really look like a trap for now. Knight is just going to be moving on. Being annoying. Lotus isn't up, so that's not going to be an issue either. Red back. Still 2 shots and it's stunned. And the enemy does have like 4 glaives with it. So yeah. Please, not really going to be the issue. And Venom shouldn't be an issue either. Depending on the micro from both players, this could pack out very poorly for both. Because if the glaives move in ahead of the Knight somehow, yeah, then, with double red back, I actually would just say, go back and don't even try. But I mean, just hold your position for now and only run back when needed. But alright, there they go. 1 second stun and running back now. Is that fast enough? I mean, spiders are slow, you outrange them. So hey, you will be able to retreat. Single flea is not enough. And over here, a couple of fleas, also not going to work because glaives counter them quite nicely. Alright. This Knight though is going to be cleaned up shortly. There it goes. Good job, Redback. For now, Thrixie's eco is better. For the most part, that is due to reclaim though. Because all of a sudden, yep, they are falling, well, equal or even slightly behind of that of Skell. They do have a little bit of energy around most of their maxes, so overdrive will be very spread out for them, whereas Skell is just overdriving their first couple of home base maxes. So not as efficient, but I mean, when you're spending like 14 energy total into your overdrive, it's not really going to need the extra efficiency. It's not that bad yet. I mean, it's still just a green grid at most. Purple even currently. Because, yeah, wind has just dropped. And glaives in the water. Lucky it's not acid. And what are you going to do with them? Just run around. For now, no maxes there though. And, whoa, that... Scale, I know you need build power, and I know that plates are more efficient. But they only work if you queue up units. Yeah, I have ran into that issue myself quite a couple of times before. But if they do not queue up units, they don't actually use any of that additional build power. But Skell is a glaze spammer. And, well, you can just see that through their plate spam. For now, it's maybe a little excessive. You've got 26, 35 if you're lucky. Eco. Ooh! Ooh, that's interesting. Glaive plus Sling. There are a good number of enemy defenses over here. Already going for like 3 or 4 loaders, couple of pickets as well. High investment. I mean, that's worth more than a Stinger. And it doesn't really secure a whole lot of territory. But hey. Couple of slings. 4 of them are out already. Oh, they were alt-queued. Okay. So it is pure glaze. Okay. I was about to say, like, it is a bit heavy on the artillery. But well. 4 slings, not that bad. And will, well, slowly but surely take away all of those defenses. And over here, Stinger is going up. Bit of a weird position though, especially against spiders. They can just sit over here and destroy it from range with their recluse. Yeah, I don't like that. Spiders are quite short. Yeah. So, if you're the Stinger here, right? Let's place ourselves at the same level as the Stinger head. It's approximately this. No, even a little bit lower. Maybe just about. Yeah, it has to face slightly up, I feel. If you want to, like, hit up this terrain. So, even if you just sit the spiders there, you can just kill it. That's what it comes down to. You can just kill the Stinger, no issues. I don't know why the Stinger is not on the hill itself. I mean, it's not as if it's defended by the loaders. You can just outrange the loaders, destroy the loaders, and all massacre. All of those glaives getting cleaned up. 500 reclaim almost. Huxie doing a very good job. Balanced. Oh, Skell is tilting. Yeah. For now, at least over here, they will be taking down the base defenses. That is happening. And Widow is coming in to take care of that enemy commander. Not going to be the easiest thing ever, just because of that Stinger that is close by. But yeah, 66% attrition only for Skell. And airplane switch for Phoenix is coming out from 30. Especially because Skell is going heavy on the glaives and now heavy on Ronin. That's going to work out wonderfully for them. High AoE, low HP units. Great combination for the one with the Phoenix. Multiple Widows actually. That is... Ooh, 3 with... Wind is currently high. You have enough wind turbines to afford it. It just feels a bit weird. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, you've cancelled them. Good. Over here, Widow is not uncovered. I say as it does not get uncovered. And the commander has moved away from its safe Stinger. And that means it is now stunned. And the Redback with like 260 DPS each should be able to deal with the commander. But are actually being pushed away. How? You've got, okay, there we go. Once again, 15 more seconds stun. So yeah, commander is still going to get cleaned up. There it goes. And Phoenix, have they had their first bombing run or have they not? Yes, they have. Alright. Didn't really see them bomb anything, because we were paying attention to that commander. But Gremlin, DPS focused AoE anti-air. Not really going to be all that effective against Phoenix. And there they come, clumped up Ronins. Oh, good bombing run there from Thuxy. Not going to be enough to kill all of them, but a lot of those Ronins are going to go down. Over in the northern side, still good fight for Skell technically, because of all of those base defenses that went down. And seemingly the commander, no, commander has not gone down. Here though, could be enough to win them the match. Or at least prevent them from losing the match. Destroying all of the eco, destroying all of the wind turbines from Thuxy. You don't really want to use your Phoenix at this point, but over here they are allowed to do that. I was like, well, you don't want to bomb here because then you still lose all of the turbines. And possibly a couple of caretakers. But it was fine in the end. Alright. Please, moving in. Sling. Can't hit them for the life of them. And there it is. Stinger, stunned for 30 seconds. Where is the cleanup crew? Cleanup crew of a single recluse. Not ideal, I would say. I mean, does a recluse have enough DPS to take down a Stinger in 30 seconds? I don't think it does. Right? I mean, you are close to it, but I think that Stinger is going up. It's just, is the Stinger able to fire? Yes, it is, and oh, 90 HP. Bit of bad timing there. Too bad. Thuxy's recluse, not able to do it. I mean, you can still take pretty much anything else. Take a Phoenix, take like 2 fleas, and it's still going down. But well, not to that recluse. Over here, commander. Still 50% HP is not going to go down either. Bots having to run up the ramp. Not exactly what they're good at. Getting slowed down a little bit. Not massively, but they are slowed down a little. And of course, knights and such are not exactly fast anyways. So the commander is able to run. Does it need to hide? Not really. It can just go home. But still, over on the western side, Skell is doing a good job. Single glaive is raiding. Not enough, but still, 1 max, 2 max, they're gone. These 3 maxes are gone as well. And over here, another 3 maxes are going down. Slowly but surely, yeah, this match is actually way in favor of Skell now. I feel like the Phoenix switch should have been enough, but I guess not. I guess it is not enough. 100% attrition, even above 100% now for Skell. Whereas, well, a little bit ago, that was not the case. Still, Phoenix over here. You've got ammo! Fire! Oh well. Yeah, I mean, it's still quite a couple of these Ronins, especially those damaged ones. They would have gone down to your Phoenix. And there is no anti-air. I mean, now you're sending your Phoenix. A little bit late. Still going down though. Ronins don't stand a chance. And the next Phoenix is ready to go. Of course, its microing planes is annoying. So I get that, well, they're not being used optimally. And once again, another bombing run. Missing with quite a couple of the bomblets though. Afterburn still going to do a lot of work. Might just barely take down this additional Ronin. But the eco, 50, 60 eco versus 12. And of course, 2 can play at that game. Spiders also very hard countered by Phoenix. Squishy, slow targets, especially Recluse. So yeah, Phoenix from Skell as well. Going to do a very good job, and by now, first time in a long time, Skell ahead in army value. Might not stay that way just because we had a couple of Ronins go down over here. just a little bit ago. Nope, Skell actually way ahead by now. Good job, Skell. And in total, they are massively ahead. Look at the gap Thuxy had, but nope, that's not going to stand. Skell taking it all back. In terms of value killed, they were actually more equal than I thought it was. Oh well. Still, 70 eco versus 20. It's not happening. I mean, that would have been a very good bombing run, but this Phoenix doesn't have ammo. There are 4 with ammo though. The issue is 2 of those are from Skell. Oh, that could have been the best bombing run ever. I mean, they were in a loop anyways, and your Phoenix generally starts bombing and then loops around. You could have had all of them cleaned up, but no. Still going to do it, just not with that single perfect Phoenix. It had to be done by 2. Crab is out. Is that going to save you? No. No, I don't think it will. Skell not able to spend all of the metal. Bit of a shame there. And second match with an Odin. Second time I'm asking. What the hell is that insane range on the Odin? I don't know. Because you've got the bomb, you've got the shield, and then you've got the... I don't know, I'm an Odin. I have the biggest range in the game, pretty much. I mean, that's a little bit of an exaggeration. Things like Bertha and so have a larger range. At least I am 90% sure. Yeah, look at those. That's bigger range. But still, it's a very large range for a mobile unit. Actually, for mobile, it might be the largest. It might just be. Oh, and also fun. What? Oh. Huh? Oh, that's only showing up with the... It only shows up with the always on unit range thing. Oh, Phoenix. Why you no bomb? Commander finally going down. Took them long enough. Double crab? Singular crab wasn't going to win you the game, but double crab? I don't think so. Airplane plan not being healed up, not being repaired, not being reclaimed. So it is going to go down. I mean, now you're doing it, but that's too little, too late. It's like 1000 DPS once fully charged up on an Odin. So you're going to need a couple of air pads, or at least one air pad or an airplane factory. Because otherwise these Phoenix are pretty useless, especially these 2 that do not have ammo. Thuxy is somehow, against all odds, pushing back Skell at only 80% attrition. Are they doing this? No, right? I mean, they're reclaiming a lot. There's 2.5, like 3,000 reclaim right on their doorstep. And Skell doesn't seem to be expanding their eco anymore. Is there a chance? No. No, there should not be. Crab shut down completely. And destroyed. One of them. Still not that many units for Skell, so a couple of Recluse, a couple of Venoms. We'll be able to clean up those knights. At least I should be able to do that. It's just that, yeah, even if you do clean it all up and you get the reclaim, is that going to change this difference? 8,000 metal total value difference. In terms of army value, of course the gap is closer, but Skell is still 2,000 ahead. And that is while you still have an expensive unit like Crab and multiple Phoenix. In just those, your value is like halved if those go away, or if you don't count them. Yeah. Firewalker, is it going to get cleaned up? The answer seems to be no. Sure, one Venom is going to try, but no, I don't think one Venom is going to do that. And the Jack. Somehow the Jack managed to get into the base. And it does do a little bit of damage. Cleans up a couple of wind turbines. But that should be it. Maybe they take the max, but they should not. Okay, they don't. Good. So, Odin the Second. Oh. There goes. Goodbye, Odin. It was nice knowing you. Couple of glaives in the O. A couple of glaives in the O. Yeah. Those are fine pitch wind turbines close together. Chain reaction there. And they're all gone. Ouch. Yeah, that's why you don't do that. And GG, well played, is called. Skull. Better eco. Once again. I mean, last time they against Chungus, they also had like significantly better eco, I believe. So yeah, better eco, and especially later on. No, actually, yeah, okay. Value killed was actually still ahead for Thuxi. But yeah. So much more metal. 20k more metal. Yeah, you can waste a little bit. Who cares, right? That's like 60% of what Thuxi killed in the entire game. Alright, so. Skigir Thuxi. Going straight back into it. Or no, Fax Chungos we've got before. Steward we haven't seen, but oh well. Skigir. I want to see Skigir. I don't think we see Skigir all that often anyways. No, I don't think so. So, loading the Lua rules. The Lua rules are being loaded. Oh, did we have game audio? I believe we did, right? I'm going to be paying attention to that a lot. Yes, okay, we do have game audio. Good, good, good. I wasn't sure. But we do indeed. Okay. So. Skigir going for the northern start. Okay. Interesting. This is the randomly generated map. Banana Republic, Limequad Republic. It's like a variation on Banana Republic, but then the random one. Skigir is also drawing a nice line that, well, Thuxi is likely going to hold them to, of course. Personally, if I were you, I would draw the line like that, just to have all three of these big maxes on my side. But we've got a 1 versus 1 between in the blue Thuxi with rovers and an engineer commander, blueprinting fencer. This is in the red Skigir with tanks. Assault commander, the fast welder. Great combination. The fast welder with the normal welders in that tank factory. So, not going straight forwards. I mean, it's not a team game, you can't really afford that. But it's going to be Krechish with a northern start. This is the more central start from those rovers. Nice thing about, of course, being in the middle. Expanding north, expanding south. It's all equidistant. So if you want to hold like a vertical line, that makes it a little bit easier for you. Actually, I say that, but like, they spawn in practically the same position. Like, yeah, sure, they spawn in there. That doesn't matter all that much. Yeah. It looked more significant than it really is. Anyways, that's why you're also going to split it diagonally in this case. Just because that way you have like the shorter, like the easier front to hold. And in this case that is also like indicated by the map a little bit. With the 2 lava pools and like this being also on the diagonal. Makes it a little bit easier to hold it like that. Had they both gone in the south, then of course it would have still been an east to west split. But they didn't. They both went for the very sensible play of secure your base right around a lava pit. And Big Max is not being captured by either team yet. How big are these? 4.0. So yes, okay, they are double. But not that big. I mean, the other map we had, the like Frostburn map, yeah, those maxes were 5.0 and yet people didn't even build them. At least didn't rush for them. Even when it would have been pretty easy to get them. Kadechi, not where you want to be, right up close and personal with a Scorcher. You want to kite them, you don't want to chase Scorcher, you don't want to chase Kadechi, but you definitely do not want to be up close and personal with a Kadechi, Scorcher. Since of course, heat ray, weapon, the damage, come on, we can do this. The damage falls off with distance, so the closer you are, the more DPS it has. 300 at most, if you're like right inside of each other. And like, I don't know how much it is at max range, but it's still pretty decent, but definitely not good. One Lotus already cleaned up, and well, Thuxy showing off why they are the singularity of the two. Running laps around Ski Gear. Honestly, yeah. Look at him. Completely cornered. One Scorcher up north, the other one's down south. Sure, come on, Thuxy. Show the good people why you want to be right up close and personal with your Scorches. Come on. I mean, had they sent in like multiples, that factory would have gone down by now. Because yeah, welders do have a weapon, they do have like 1700 HP, so that's pretty good. You still do not beat 4 Scorchers with just a couple of welders. Oh well. For now, Thuxy's eco is better. A little bit of a reclaim they can be getting because of that max that went down in their base. But for now, eco is better for them. Nah, now it isn't. Good job. And Skiger has stabilized a little bit, but is still not really free to expand. Look at all of the room, the map control that Thuxy has. They can go pretty much wherever they want. They only have to worry about one Kadechi. Whereas Skigear, yeah, ooh, 14 energy. Oh, that hurts. Get more energy, Lob. You're e-stalling. Yeah, Skigear, no real way they can safely expand. Yeah, these two maxes, maybe. But hey, max over here is going to be cleaned up. This one should be cleaned up as well. And the Scorchers cleaning up one max. Should have been able to clean up two, had they closed in the distance. But they didn't. Alright. And this one running away, which is something that the Scorcher is quite good at. And this one, hey, look at that. High DPS. Good job. Now kill the welder. And then the max after. Shit there. Right beside it. But hey, it's already GG. And I mean, that is fair to say. Even though, yeah, Ecograph, pretty decent. It's already like 1300 value difference in 5 minutes time. That's like 25% or so. I wasn't that behind. Yeah, well, kinda you was. You were behind quite a lot. So, who is the next victim? The next victim of being cast? Is it you? No. Is it you? No, not likely. Stuart? No. Enough with the spider maps. So tired. Oh, it is actually time. Stuart, it's your time to shine. You can change the map. I'm not sure if it's what you're supposed to do. But oh well, doesn't really matter. I mean, they're changing the map now. Why are HJK and Stuart still in the queue? Huh? Oh no. Going back out. Watching. Ish. Yep. I'll just do it from here. Join. Stuart versus Skigear. We really are just traveling around all of the different players one by one. Just hopping from one player to the next. Where we see like pretty much every player like twice in a row. At least that's what it feels like. Not really sure if it is the case, but that's what it feels like to me. Oh right, this is a map, Hide and Seek. The one where I believe you have to defeat a couple of Berthas and you get crab for the first time in the campaign. I believe that's the case at least. With our resident rover player, it is Cloakbots for Stuart98, with an engineer commander, Bud Green, and Ronin as the blueprint. This is in... Hello mouse? Okay, good. Yep, that is working. In the red, we've got the fast welder once again, with the tank foundry once again. It is once again Skigear. Plat Skigear even. So, is it going to work out better for you this time? I wonder, because I feel like this map is not ideally suited for, well, vehicles in general. Yeah, you can't traverse any of this terrain. You have to run around all of these little side areas. Whereas Cloakbots, they can just sneak their way through. Of course, they can't really go through the exact middle, like spiders might be able to do. Still going around quite a lot. And over here. Oh, Karachi, staying alive. Staying alive. Oh, but it's out of range. Sit closer to the edge. You will be able to hit it. There you go. We'll be taking down that metal extractor. Now run away before the glaives get to you. And the commander already idle, not what you want to see, and they're moving again. Good job. Middle maxes, 2.5 each. Like this entire line of maxes, at least a couple of them in that line are 2.5, and here in the corner as well. Alright. So a couple of higher value maxes. The others are actually quite small, 1.4 only. So yeah, compared to these other maxes, they are very good. It's just that even though you have quite a couple of maxes, it's a relatively low eco map. I believe it is Canis River that has like 1.8 metal maxes for some of them. But yeah, this is even a lower eco. Also makes it that, well, paying off a metal extractor is already going to take you longer. 34 seconds there. Does it actually show that correctly? Base, yep, that's a 1 minute payback. This is only 34 seconds. So yeah, 1 metal difference does half the payback as well. Just about. Not quite halving, but close enough. Close enough. Stuart being really annoying over here, but not able to snipe that welder. Sure, welder isn't strong, but it can singular glaze. Yeah, it's strong enough. And Glaives also having to watch out. You don't want to chase Karachi. So, corralled into the base. It is actually Stuart. Last time we had Skiger not able to get out of their base at all. This time around, that is the other way. Skiger being the one corralling Stuart into the base, not allowing them to escape. Even though, yeah, you would assume that with their movement type, Karachis would actually struggle more to do so than Cloakbots would. But no, it's the other way around. Still, yeah, Stuart does have a couple of nice locations. Commander is able to run. They've got a Conjurer in the back that is still able to expand. So even though their base is not exactly ideal, right, I mean, another max going down, another two might follow. Maybe not both. Yeah, that looks kind of like both could follow. Will not though. Just one. Or two total. But yeah, Skiger definitely doing a lot better than they did last match. Expanding in the back. No defenses, because why would you need them? The enemy isn't going there anyways. Still, in total eco, because the Conjurer in the back and the Commander in front from Stuart are still expanding. Stuart is actually still ahead in eco. Not good for that attrition, 60% only. But the eco is at least better than that of Skiger, especially if you consider the energy. Only 20 energy per second for them, So they can't even spend all of that metal. Couple of Reavers, still out. More of them are probably coming out. And how many Conjurers do you have? Because I feel like you have got quite a couple. Ah, just 4. Alright. That's not that many then. So, Conjurer, moving forwards, not the ideal location for you to go, but at least you're cloaked up, so you will discover that and not try to build something. You will be the singularity player you are and discover it in time. Good job, Stuart. I expected as much. I do set a high bar sometimes, I know. Alright, so, couple of Ronins, couple of Reavers moving through. Commander, without any real defenses. The fast welder, not that fast, it's just a level 1. So I mean, it is like 33% faster than a normal welder. That's not that fast, right? And over here, Triple Karachi moving in, cleaning up the loaders, no issues. And just toggled the state. I could see you do that. I was able to see it happen. And now we'll be cleaning up those 2 maxes. And even some solar. Oh, because that's the very important one. I mean, you're struggling for energy. Your enemy is most likely as well, right? No. Stuart is not struggling for energy. Too bad, so sad. Ogre, first one of them, is out. At least I believe it's the first. He seems to be, yeah. I don't see any others. And just, yeah. Oh, Stuart, pause. Lobbix. And they go, what? Come on, at least indicate that you are going to unpause. Oh well, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. It's not as if there was any, like, high stakes micro needed anywhere. Knight being annoying. Do you have anything close by? Yeah, I mean, Reaver is close. Really could have just gone there, helped out your Knight. Might have been able to get the kill on the commander already. Now you're going to have to wait for a little bit of support from the Glaze. Not really targeting with the Knight. Oh, bit of shame there. Which means that you now need to clean up Kadachi first. Not happening, because it's a manual target. And that is a dead Knight. Okay, right. And that is soon possibly a dead Ronin as well. But it is at least retargeted to have an attack move. Okay. Still though, I feel like that commander could have been toast already. It is not though. And here, more raiding Reavers. Which means that the commander will in fact go down this time around. I say, as it does not go down. I mean, that's about what I expected, honestly. I mean, there it is. Well, there it goes, rather. It is not in fact dead. Whereas the Reaver is dead. Alright, which means that the attack from Stuart has once again been stopped. Commander will be healed up by the smaller welder. I would assume so. Yes, indeed it is. Okay. But still, eco for Stuart. Way better. Or at least seemingly better. If you don't count the reclaim. Because it was just temporary reclaim. And still, good attrition, even though they have wasted quite a couple of units chasing after that commander. I mean, they know that's something I'm definitely guilty of as well. Quite heavily even. And yeah, this is also annoying, right? Blitz, seemingly... Oh, lagging Stuart. Uh-oh. 3-second ping, that's not what you want to see. 4.5 seconds, I feel like they've dropped. And that's likely also why they passed last time then. Maybe also the reason why they're struggling a little bit with that commander. Things like that. So many random lag spikes this game. Yeah. Apparently so, and that with the superior time zone for both of you. The low ping location. Knight not able to stun the ogre, not yet at least. Missing the Karachi. Could actually cost you a couple of Ronins. Does not cost you any Ronins for now. And Stuart struggling to spend all of that metal. Oh, this is not looking very good for Stuart's ping, but at least the game itself is looking good for them. Cleaning up the eco in the back, at least a little bit. Yep, cleaning up the loaders, that means everything here is toast. Welder over here. Naked expansion. These couple of Ronins could be moving in there. These Reavers could do that. Or you can just move into the enemy base. Because let's take a look at what they have here. That's one singular Lotus. And soon they will have one Ogre. Is that enough? The answer, might surprise you, is no. Except now that I've said it, it might just be. Grouping up those Reavers gives a little bit of AoE from the Ogre. Do you have enough time to pull units from elsewhere? Well, there they come, those units. Those units are raiders, dealing with skirmishers is their specialty. And even Ogre does do that quite well. So in fact, yes indeed. Curse of the Caster maybe. But the factory stays up. And all of those units cleaned up. 600 reclaim right there. And it's in fact a 2-to-1 KD there for ski gear. Still, with the eco over there being gone, with just one single Lotus defend over here, which means that another max is going down. And the fact that Stuart is also moving in on these maxes in the north with their commander, it's still not looking good for ski gear. It just isn't. I mean, look at the army value over here from Stuart. And GG is called. I mean, Curse of the Caster is only so strong, right? Doesn't really have the strength to deal with like double the value. Now, didn't really click through everything, but I mean, I'm pretty sure we didn't need to see everything. At least I hope no one really wanted to see that. Right, likely going to be the last match for today, since we've only got like 4 minutes left in this Fight Club. Stuart, Skell, and Skigear. It is Stuart versus Skell as our likely last match. Ziraka. Scorch Crossing is not found. Grand. Please, let's not do that then, I guess. They are in fact going there. Come on, game, don't crash. Come on. Let's go 0K. Let's go 0K. You can do it. You can find the files you need. You have found the files you need. Weird map to end on. Look at all of those geothermals. Yeah, okay. Sure. If you want geothermals, you can have them. If you want reclaim, 130 a rock, 40 per rock, another 130. 2.2 metal each for these metal extractors. So a little above average, about 10%. Average normally being 2 metal per second. And I wonder, are we going to see... Because, yep, that is indeed terrain type lava. Are we going to see anyone go for M-Pots? No. We've got in... Actually, I should start on this side. We've got in the red Stuart 98 from our previous game. This time around, though, with shield bots. And the green engineer commander, blueprinting a rogue, versus in the blue over here, Skell. Not the glaive enjoyer, because that's 6e, but still a glaive spammer nonetheless. Plug bots for them, no blueprint, somehow. Somehow the no blueprint returns. And a 3.6 metal max. There are a couple of those on this map. One of them right there, on the other side as well. And in your home base you get one. Just pointing out that if you build either of the other two maxes first, it's a mistake. Oh, you mean, yeah. Either of these two other maxes first, it's a mistake. I was like, either of these two maxes, the one who builds that first makes a mistake. I was like, I don't get that logic, but no, they meant in their home base. Yeah. That is true. Thank you for telling me that, Stuart. Although I did find that myself. At least you're looking out for me, right? Conjurer is expanding. Glaives, ooh, going the wrong way. You do not currently seem to have him on radar. You do not indeed. Commander is going north as well though, so you will have defenses for your Conjurer nonetheless. Still though, bandits might just have the speed. I mean, these are 93 Elmo speed bandits. That they will indeed be here before the Commander. 2v2, they should be able to take the Glaives as well. But of course, when you're engaging Glaives, you're not engaging the Conjurer, so that is still staying up for now. Now that the Commander has moved forwards, yeah, the bandits aren't really able to do anything. On the other side, 2 bandits should be dealt with quite easily by that many Glaives. And could be an interesting strat, getting your Glaives up on the hill. Bandits of course losing range, because those are spherical range. Whereas Glaives have ballistic range, so will actually gain some range by being on the hill. Still not going to make up for the difference in range, in their natural range. At least I don't think it's going to make up for that much. But oh well. I mean, it could still be nice to have a little bit of an additional advantage there. But we're not going to see it for now. No Charons. I don't know what about if I could kill that command. Yeah, oh, I saw that with, was it Madcraft or was it the Canadian, the streamer? Earlier today as well, that it showed like, oh, 1300 value killed. I was like, what? No, you didn't kill the commander. You can actually just see that the commander is still alive. But it was showing it as if the commander had been destroyed. Which was in fact not the case. Over here though, that's a lot of bandits. Not enough to kill a commander maybe. Especially not because it was upgraded, but at least it does kill, they do kill that Conjurer. And they do prevent the extra expansion. Still running into double loaders, that's 150 DPS. With a couple of Glaives as well. That's not ideal, though the Glaives are not engaging. Which is very nice for your bandit player. And low HP bandit is also not being taken care of. Alright. Well, at least now with these Reavers, you will shortly clean up all of those bandits. I would hope so at least. With the current pathing, I kinda doubt. No, it's going to happen still. Yeah, it will. Alright. There they go. Good job, Reaver. Commander is still moving forwards. Is actually going to be having a little bit of additional overdrive on that specific max. Of course. Makes sense. 3.6 metal each. And seemingly not actually going for any of the reclaim, which is a little surprising. No, you have used some of the reclaim, just not all of it. Okay. On the other side, I believe... no. Hasn't happened either. Haha. I was like, they're going for all of the reclaim, but no, just the big rocks it seems. Okay. Small rocks completely ignored by both players. For now, just bandit? Yeah, just pure... Ah, there they come. Rogues coming in. Not actually wanting to go for shield ball, though. Just raider skirm. As long as the enemy is just going for Reaver, that is not a bad idea. Like Reaver and Glaive. But still, you're shield bots. Go for shield. Why else would you be picking shield bots? Not just because of the fast bandits now, right? Cleaning up a 1 additional max. Should not be moving forwards here, and then wisely they do not. Alright. And will you be able to live? Will you be able to run away? Not really. Glaive is fast, catching up, and everything has been destroyed. A lot of bodies in their path. Still, technically a good fight there for Stuart, although it is not a fight that is amazing, especially not if you consider the reclaim. 700 reclaim, all of a sudden it's an amazing fight for Skell. And over here, a couple of bandits cleaning up. 600 reclaim. Should still be under control for Skel though. I mean, it's so far away from Stuart that they are not going to have any constructors close by. But it does still hurt Skel quite a bit. 28 eco only versus 3740 from Stuart. Sending in your units single file is also not ideal though. High DPS commander, that's one bandit gone already, that makes 2. Conjurer is still alive, not anymore. And next bandit cleaned up as well. A little bit of a raid here with a couple of glaives. Do clean up at least a convict as well. And the rogues are firing at the Reaver. Reaver dodging the shots though. I mean, it's fast enough to do that. And whoa, a massacre. It really is. Dodging 2 more rogue shots. But going down to the 3rd. Alright. Both players definitely raiding a whole lot better than we've seen in a lot of other matches. Over here, another bandit raid. While at the same time, of course, the glaive raid from Skel. And Phoenix Lico. You know what? All of a sudden, with the Lico coming up, I don't hate the disregard of shield. I don't. I mean, Lico is designed to be a shield ball counter. At least that's what people usually use it for, because shield ball, the ball itself, likes to ball up. So a high AoE weapon like Lico works wonders. But you're just going rogue, which you can spread out a whole lot more. And being spread out also helps quite a lot against Phoenix. But a lot less important there, because it's still a squishy unit. Couple more bandits getting cleaned up. Alright, there you go. And still, good raid going on. Enough bandits here that you can even go ahead and rush those 2 loaders. Not an issue there. And on the other side, why is that commander moving forward, Skel? I don't know why it is. And I would assume that you are also thinking, why did commander go forwards? Because if you don't question that, I'm like, why did you think you could send your commander forwards? I don't really know. Oh well. Rover switch from Stuart has happened. They're going for Ripper. Ripper Fencer. Standard composition for rovers. Alright. A lot more conventional riot than what Shieldbot has, I guess. Is that really what you need though? I don't know. It's just Stuart is our resident rover expert. So of course they want to use the rovers. They know how to dismantle that Cloakbot player completely with just a couple of rovers. Panzer being some built-in in the air does help, but still struggles a lot against Phoenix just because it needs to stand still. It can't move when it's firing. So yeah, Phoenix, good AoE, is still a very good counter to Fencer unless you outnumber them by a whole lot. Like if you have so many fences that you can just kill the Phoenix on approach. Then all of a sudden it isn't the case anymore. But until then, yeah, Phoenix does wonders. And Phoenix is doing a wonders, killing at least 2. At least 2. But maybe 3 of those rogues. It's going to be close, but it does not kill. Alright. Once again, a couple of bandits trying to move forwards this time around. Facing a wall of glaives though, so it's not going to happen. At least not going to work. But now this is your issue. How are you dealing with the Stuart Rovers? While at the same time also dealing with even more bandits. Yeah. It kind of feels over. Like 30 versus 80, 60 eco. At the same time you have not got a positive attrition. Yeah, it kind of does feel over, hey? But sure. Let's see what Skel is able to pull out of that hat. I think it's an L, but we will have to see. Maybe the Lico is able to do some amazing bombing. Ooh, you do kill 2 units there. 1 Fencer, 1 Ripper. Is that the swing you needed? 390 cost made. Sadly, I don't think it is. Skell is still going to try and hold on, but no, they are not. They actually have just given up. Alright. And with that, I believe it is already the end of this stream. Since we have now passed the 90-minute mark, this match has ended, so Fight Club is presumably over. We do still have like queuing going on though. So is it still going to happen? The answer is yes, it is still happening. Alright. Do we have like a little bit of... Fight Club is now over. Thank you everyone for coming. You know what? It is not over. Because look at that. We've got another match. Haha. It's not over. This is the last one. Truly the last one. Alright. We're almost done. It's almost time to say goodbye. But we will not yet. And what is this map indeed? I mean, this is a great map to end on. Because what the hell is this map? One thing it is interesting. I mean, you've got 2 separate spawning locations. 2.3 metal each. Over here as well. Both of them clumps of 3. It is a water too. It is water. It is indeed. So that means no shield bot for Judy unless... No, you can't run past over, like walk over the bridge. That would have been a fun addition, I feel. Right? Now it's just going to force either Emp-bots or Shipyard. And it seems like they're both going Emps. No! I mean... Judy is planning something. Look at Judy plan. Oh wow. Look at all of those shield bot factories. That's a lot of shield. But it's not in fact what they're going for. They are in fact going for shipyards. Just like everyone probably would have expected on this map. Strike Commander, level 1, no Polish warrior. We haven't seen him today. Maybe he's tired. It is Shipyard for the blue Judy. This is Emp-bots for the Commander. That is green, yet blue because it's underwater. In the red, Engineer but green, Bulkhead Printer for Stuart 98. Personally, I think I would prefer Emp-bots on this map just because you can probably do some weird things with like running over terrain. Maybe it depends. Like, yeah, you can actually like sneak your way through. I mean, no, you can't because this isn't pathable. So you would have to go out here all the way around and then in. Could still be interesting. You can, of course, use a little bit of terraform in order to get there. Like, yeah, you can't... Well, you can go through that ridge. And you can walk over here, sure. You might be able to do something there indeed. Right? Run through the valley over here. Run through, over the mountain, and then into the enemy base. So yeah, Emp-bots I think is probably the better choice. And I'm actually going to switch them around just to have the top bar be more standard. Started here for Tyro, by the way. Thank you for your explanation, Stuart. That is a very good one. The combination of Judy and Stuart. Engineer but green is however also going to be building some solar, of course, because that is Not exactly an ideal wind location. But yeah, going for efficient, efficient energy income does make sense. Also, I think this is just a better location in general, just because it is a more secluded location. It's a more protected starting location. Right, if you're over here, assuming the enemy is also M-Pods, they can come from this side, they can come from that side. So I feel like this is the better location anyways. And I mean, you are going into the water. There you go. Are you also spotting that you can actually pass here? Depth here is a problem. Minus 350 depth. Ooh. Oh, but it's only 5 regen per second. Really? Oh, that's the max at 40 ammo. Okay. I thought ducks were able to regen faster than that. But I guess not. Maybe it was changed at some point. But these days their regen is not that significant. Couple of archers. And that is also something. Because it is a float-to-fire weapon. Yeah, the whole thing about, depth is an issue certainly applies. I mean, you have to float up to the surface a lot. Enemy using torpedoes are already able to shoot at you way before you can shoot back. So the archers definitely need to take advantage of the terrain. Or rather, of the land. And try to avoid the sea for a lot of it. Scallop? I'm probably missing something with Scallop. I really am. I'm not seeing a lobster in queue. Yet, a pro player, Stuart98, one of the higher level players on ladder and all that, is building scallops on a water map where you will be using that undersea torpedo fire blah blah weapons. The only good thing about it is the range. It's not bad range. And you do have 2 of them, but like... they're just tickling the sea wolves, aren't they? Right? I mean, maybe I am the stupid one, but... I really feel like these things are completely useless. 260 cost, insanely slow. Don't you just want archers? Archers or ducks? Mainly duck if you want undersea fire. Like, yeah, scallops do have a lot more HP, of course, being riots, but... is that really worth it? I don't know if it is. To me, they suck, but they probably don't. But oh well. I mean, I don't really use them often. And maybe that's also just because I judge them heavily. I don't like scallop. Scallop is only to be used when you lob them into the enemy. Archer. Come on, Archer. Walk forwards 1 step and destroy that Lotus. Not doing so, though. And come on. Not buoy. There you go. Well, even Stuart has decided against going scallop. Maybe. I mean, how many do we have right now? 1, 2. Only 1 left. Okay. Over here, a little bit of a commander fight. Picket for 1, Urchin for the other. Which means, of course, the one with the picket or Lotus is going to win that. Stuart. Urchin isn't fighting back. You know that, right? Good. Stuart with 45% attrition. Not looking good. Duck, please move forwards. Try to be annoying, I guess. Yeah. Siren, the GG unit. But, yeah. Okay, Ampbots, you really need to start taking advantage of your terrain, of your movement type. You need to kill that commander, you need to run up the shore, kill the maxes. Do something, run around the back. But this is definitely not working. This, though, is also not working. Spaced too close together for the Siren to pass. I guess it's just the Coast Guard. Right, this is the Coast Guard just moving up and down the line. You're not allowed to get to my base now. No, no, no. And Conch going all the way to the back. Could also build some very safe titles here. Just because you know Judy isn't able to get to you anyways. Sure, if they have a gunship plant they suddenly can, but for now they can't. And they have broken through. Siren is now free. Bobcats are being spammed. Bobcats on a ridge here though. Ooh. The insane range they will get. Are you moving them there? Eh, not really. I mean, you first have to deal with all that, of course. And hey, there goes the duck. That has been there the entire time. It has been there the whole time. It is now finally moving in. Has it also spotted the crow? That's probably the most important part. Yes, it has. Good job there. Has Stuart also spotted the crow? Because those are two completely different things. Has Stuart spotted it or has the duck spotted it? Does it matter? Because your base doesn't look very good. You have in fact spotted it. You've got double razor up already. But do you have enough to deal with, well, an onslaught of Mistral and Siren? For now, I'm going to say no. Final verdict? No. Reclaim, but it's unlikely for you to really get that. Siren, still 4,500 HP left. Are you able to do some bobbing and weaving, dodging of Mistral? No, you are not. Okay. Like, they're not pushing anymore. They're actually letting you breathe. Maybe they're just expecting the crow to pick it all up for you. But I mean, you've still got like a couple of conch here, 2 conch. You can get a lot of reclaim. That will at least even out the eco a little bit. Still leaves you to struggle with the attrition, of course. Yeah. Ginning! Ooh! Being real fancy now. Jin in a 1v1. Sure, would however prefer if it had just moved a bit further. Because you can't really spawn anything in over here. You need to be over here and then you can just walk them right into the enemy base. Is that going to do it? Oh, scallop, lobster. It's very strong. I agree with you. That's true. It's very strong, yes. This is too deep, Judy. You can't bomb it. Don't try. Judy, that's not how the game works. You know that, right? Yeah, you do know that. Good. So, pretty much full HP crow. Yeah, 14,000 HP. Almost full HP. With a lot of chips. Versus someone with a dream. 1 lobster, 3 scallops. That is the dream. Well, 5 scallops. I mean, they are transferred. Okay, it is actually happening. They are using the beacon. There they are. Okay, you have repositioned. That's good. However, look at the crow in the background. Why do you need a lob there? I thought you could just walk in. This is a bit of a shame. Right? On the other side, well, there is still a razor left. 2 razors even. Make that 1. Crow itself is not doing anything because it's sitting right on top of the razor. And therefore the lasers are not able to hit it. Storage space is gone. Yeah, this is map is too big and the water is too deep. I mean, that's fair. Because Archer does indeed struggle just because of how deep the water is. I do agree there. Yeah, you can just walk over. That's what I thought. Yeah, okay. At least I'm not blind. Good. But a weird matchup indeed. Weird map as well. Fun one to end it on. But Shuri, ahead in eco and all that. And ahead in everything pretty much. Realistically, yeah. Stuart didn't really have a chance because of how deep the water is. It's just so slow to get your units to pop out of the water here. Like 150 down over there and like 350 around the sides. Like, that's deep. $1 and a dream? What do you mean $1 and a dream? What? What do you mean? Oh, is that just about Stuart having a dream? I think it might just be. Alright. After extending it a little bit. Alright, so that was indeed then the end of the Fight Club. Was this also the last match? No, we do still have Skull vs Chungus going on. But that is the last one. I think it is. Do we have a tally for who won what? Or will we just have to wait a little bit before that is available? I would assume so. It's a meme, lol. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah. I was like, I don't even have that turned on. I was like, $1? What? No. YouTube does keep pushing it. Like, oh, you should turn on monetization for like donations and channel memberships and all that stuff. No, not doing it. Alright, well, that is one more Fight Club done. Last Fight Club of September. Second one in the 2025 Fight Club season, I guess we can call it. It runs till the end of the year. I don't expect to be casting all of them. Definitely not, actually. But hey, we made one. Last time, I believe, Das Capital was watching a couple of the matches there. And it definitely was a lot of fun. I do not see Mac56 posting anything about scoreboards. And I don't really feel like going through all of the matches myself, just to tally it all up. So in that case, I'm just going to say a good night for the people at least who it is good night for.